Hello, my friends. Blue Dragon Studios here. Welcome back to my lair. Well, I have a little announcement. As you can see, I had planned to do a little short about a certain crown of Silvus. Well, I'm gonna make it a two-powder short about a pair of sisters who did a little bit of an accident. It'll be a bit of a. I'm gonna try to do a two-parter short, but of course, subject is due to change. I might do a little bit more parts depending on what's going on in my real life and all that stuff. And of course, as you can see, this little short, you can say is kind of like part of my epic series, but this one is going to take place in between the events of the Empty Throne and Invasion by Fire. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little short, at least part one or part two. Well, I think this is part one. But, well, I hope you enjoy. Blue Dragon Studios proudly presents a simple Tales and Scales short. Tales and Scales Epics, Part 1, The Coding Crown Nightmare. Creston, a betadom shaped like a raptor's arm and claw. A land of beautiful green meadows, wild dinosaurs filled with color like a rainbow, blooming flowers around the bushy shrubs. Of course, the raptors who live there are well known for their love of the arts. Unlike other betadoms, the raptors of Creston are a subculture of the most passionate artists. Even cooking is considered a practice of the arts to them. Their love for the craft of art is as strong as their respect for mistcraft, using it as a tool to assist in painting, sculpting, and even to perform plays. One morning in the city of Lune, the Betadom capital is an average estate that houses one of the many Delta clans. That clan is Clan Clent, one of the many old Delta families that have existed around the time of the founding of 3rd Avalonia. Perhaps the clan is known for being the ones who painted the Alpha's crown after it was forged. Today, the clan are known for owning a popular painting service. The estate where the clan live is also a workshop where many raptors across the kingdom would come and request their desired object to be painted or repainted. Like one particular client stands by a desk speaking with a brown she-raptor with mahogany polka dots, and her ponytail-style mane, tail bush, and eyes are green. She is Clent Miva. While her parents are away for an important trip, Miva is temporarily in charge of the household, and business being the eldest around at least 29 winters of age. As a member of nobility, she wears a red short cloak.
I'm Mikasa, you here for your toys?
Miva politely asks with an accent sounding like a mix between Italian and Scottish. Figurines, I keep a-saying, the client retorts, sounding frustrated with his figurines being called toys. But yes, I'm here for them for my collection, all nicely painted by the famous Clent clan.
Whatever you say, sir,
Miva mumbles with minor annoyance and tilts her head behind towards the back door, revealing she has an unusual long snout, a trademark gene of most of her family.
Oh, sister, are the figurines done with the painting?
In the room behind the door is a painting workshop filled with tables with different painted or to be painted objects, buckets of paint around the corners, shelves with paintbrushes and jars, wardrobes of aprons, and many more that will be a painter's paradise. In the middle of the room is another she-raptor around her early 20s. The other she-raptor in the room has mahogany scales with brown polka dots that matches her nice long mane and bushed tail. Instead of a red cloak, she wears a dirty apron with a tag that reads her name, Leva, while finishing up painting a little wooden figurine of a raptor soldier in shiny armor. Keeping a close look with her green eyes, Leva makes one final little dab with her paintbrush to color the tiny iris of the wooden soldier. With a sigh of relief, Leva takes the now painted figure all the way to a box filled with other figurines in the box.
Phew. But I questioned, what kind of grown rooster still play with those toys?
Leva mutters to herself.
Oh, sister! Are the figurines done with the painting?
The voice of her older sister shouts through.
I just finished with the painting indeed, my dear big sister.
Leva responds as she carries the box out of the room and enters the main hall, where she takes it to the front desk. Leva opens the box for the client to see. This is perfecto! The client responds, sounding pleased with the work.
I'm glad you like it, dear sir. That'll be 50 golden feathers.
Miva says, making the client take out his pouch and happily gives the required amount of golden feathers onto the desk for Miva to take. As soon as the client happily checks his figurines all painted correctly, he thanks the sisters and walks out of the estate.
Another job well done, little sister,
Miva declares as she counts the golden feathers to make sure they are a right amount.
It was easy peasy, if I say so myself. But I can't believe a grown rooster like him still play with the toys. Personal hobbies are not for us to judge. All that matters is to do all the painting for our clients.
Miva answers as she and Leva heads for the workshop. At the workshop, the Clint sisters are busy cleaning up the room. Leva is mopping the floors, while Miva is cleaning the tables. While Miva is cleaning, she seems to be in a very good mood by the way she is humming in a romantic tune. Leva pauses her mopping and looks at her older sister with a curious look. To come and think of it, she notices that Miva is wearing her nobility cloak and smells like she has put on some smelling serums. Leva has to ask,
Are you going somewhere tonight, sis?
Miva pauses with a big smile. Without looking back, she replies with her eyes closed.
Oh, little Leva. While I was collecting the new buckets of paint, I have come across the great Nardo himself. You mean the Beta Lord of Creston?
Leva gasps in happiness as Miva gets into a dreamy position.
Oh, yes, the same handsome rooster who fought along with Alpha King long ago. Mamma mia! Tell what happened. Where do I start? Oh, it started while carrying the buckets, and I accidentally bumped into another raptor. I almost fell until the raptor I bumped into saved me, who turned out to be the Nardo himself. He told me I look so beautiful, especially with me polka dots. Wowee! Then what happened?
Leva pleads with a tone of hype.
That is the best part. He said he wanted to know me better, so tonight I have the date in the theater. Mamma mia, mamma mia.
Leva squeals in joy and was about to hug Miva to congrat her until a knocking is heard. Hello? Is this where the great Clint sisters offer their painting service? A familiar voice barks. At the sound of the said voice, the sisters both wide-eye and give each other weird looks.
That a voice? Is that who you think it is?
Leva whispers, Hello? The voice calls again, making the hens perk up once again.
Yes, this is the place.
Miva shouts before the trio rushes back to the main room, all the way to the front table, where they paused at a sight they did not expect. Alpha King Silvus. You two are the Clint sisters, right? The ones who offer repainting service? Silvus asks. The sisters, still in awe, with their jaws dropped, First, Miva got a date with their Beta Lord, and now the Alpha King of all Avalonia has appeared in their doorstep, wearing his silver crown on his brow and a nice black cape and gloves. Miva snaps back into reality, yet still nervous that the monarch has come to request their service.
Yes, Your Majesty, but please forgive us.
Both Miva and Leva make their respected bows before Miva continues.
We're just surprised by your appearance.
Silvus briefly chuckles and happily says, Easy there, young ladies. No need for such formalities. And yes, I have come for a request of my own. Silvus takes off his crown and places it on the counter for the sisters to see. As they stand up, with the crown in view, Miva and Leva are once again in awe at the sight of such a lovely crown, worn by the royal family in the past. Well, you see, I have been noticing that my crown is starting to lose its silver shine. Miva leans her face closer to the crown and scans it around. The Alpha ain't fooling. The crown does look like it's losing its glimmer. Even the ebony gems are starting to look more like normal rocks.
My, this poor crown is sure losing its sparkle, my liege.
Silvus makes a shrug and responds, Well, it is very old. Spirits sure made a sign that it is time for this beloved relic to get a new coat. So I'm hoping you both will be able to have this painted by tonight.
Why that late, my Alpha?
Leva asks. Silvus is about to answer until a little girl's voice calls,
Daddy! Daddy!
All eyes turn to see a little silver hatchling girl rushing into the estate. The little hatchling has a long blue silky mane, eyes, tail bush, and blue stripes on her back like Silvus, while having white orca patches like Beta Queen Osea. The little hatchling makes a brief halt right in front of Silvus and begins to make small hops like a hyperactive child.
Please hurry! Please hurry!
The hatchling pleads until Silvus grabs her with his arms in midair. Calm down, young hen. What did I tell you about wandering off? Did I not tell you to wait in the carriage with your mother and your brothers? Silvus asks the little hatchling with a stern voice, making the latter pout on a cute yet sad face.
I know, Daddy, but I just can't wait for the show tonight.
The hatchling moans. Silvus sighs, sounding tired, and says, Sweetie, it's only noon. We still got a lot of time. The Clent sisters both go,
Ah!
at the sight of the little hatchling being held by Silvus. Miva says,
Oh, Your Majesty, might I say, who is that fine little hen?
The little hen turns her head to see the sisters looking at her. She gasps and jumps off Silvus' arms to hide behind him, looking very shy. Silvus chuckles before replying, Oh, pardon, young hens. This is my youngest and only daughter, Beta Princess Sylvia. Come on, say hi, don't be shy. Little Sylvia slowly peeps out. Still has a shy face, as if she's experiencing stage fright. With a little smile, she makes a small wave, earns her a pat on the head by a smiling Silvus. I do apologize, young ladies. You see, she's still very young. The real reason I'm actually here is because today's her hatch day, and we always like to come to the theater to celebrate.
Today's her hatch day?
Miva perks up and looks to Sylvia.
Why, happy hatch day to you. I do hope you grow up into a fine, beautiful hen. Just don't end up being one of them uptight ones, like a certain Azizda here.
Leva jokes, earning a jab from Miva. Silvus makes a chuckling eye roll before turning his attention to Sylvia and tells her, Sweetie, let Daddy speak with the fine ladies, and I promise we will make it to the theater. Got it? Sylvia shyly nods. Good girl. Now head back to the carriage with your mommy and your big brothers, while Daddy finishes with his business, okay? Silvus winks for Sylvia to smile. The little princess nods and makes her way back to the carriage. Silvus turns his attention back to the sisters and remarks, And they say being a parent is more easier than an alpha.
You don't have to tell me it twice.
Miva responds.
But from I hear, it's still worth the effort, though. You still want hatchlings after what you saw?
Leva adds, sounding annoyed. Miva glares. Silvas nods his head side to side with a smile before saying, Well then, so how much will it cost me for the crown to be repainted? The sisters gasp in shock at Silvas' question. The great Alpha King hero of Avalonia willing to pay their service? Being the Alpha King, he would most likely deserve a discount or have the service for free. Especially when it comes to repainting a very old crown.
Your Majesty, you being a royalty, would you like a discount?
Miva asks. No need, dear ladies. I might be the Alpha King, but I still want to be fair and pay you both a good price. Silvas claims with a confident smile. Leva looks to the crown. They will be repainting it and says,
Well, in that case, Your Majesty, how about 100 golden feathers?
Why not 500? Isn't that how much you charge for painting jewelry? Silvas questions.
Your Majesty, that is indeed true, but...
Miva struggles for a response, only for Leva to grab her and huddle up to have a private speak about their alpha's instance of paying them big.
With all due respect, is His Majesty a crazy?
Leva whispers.
Guess the rumors are true about him being a little too generous. I understand you want to be generous, but I really want to give him the discount.
Miva whispers back. Come on, ladies, I might be alpha, but I really still want to set a good example. Silvas explains, obviously overhearing the sisters making them go eep. Miva turns with a nervous smile and responds,
Well, then, Your Majesty, for 500 golden feathers, we would love to paint your crown before tonight.
That's a deal then, Lady Miva. I wish you luck. Silvas bows to the sisters before he walks out with his bodyguard. Now out of earshot, the sisters cannot believe what is happening. The great Alpha King, coming to their doorstep to bring the honor of repainting the royal crown for a good sum of golden feathers. End of part 1 of Tails and Scales epic. And I hope you all enjoy this two-parter. I originally wanted to make it a one-part, but due to a lot of time, real life, and a lot of cool video games I would love to try out, I admit. However, in the meantime, I hope if you all enjoy it, I hope you leave a comment, a like, and or give a shout out or subscribe if you all enjoy it. And also in the meantime, also brought to you by my second book of the Tails and Scales mainline series, Invasion by Fire. A story about, of course, the young beta princess Sylvia, who becomes the center of a rising conflict between dragons and raptors alike, while she makes a romantic bond with one named Ignis Bahamut. I hope to see you then, and I hope I'll be able to make the second part of the story, or the epic, as soon as possible. This is the Blue Dragon Studios, and thank you for visiting my lair.